So, I want to get back to being able to talk on my channel again. Um, I'm in a loop right now, and people are getting mad at me and saying I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. I'm in a loop. My brain is stuck on this because this is my life right now. Since this has started, this is all my life is. Because every morning when I wake up with the knowledge that 7,000 people are laughing at me. And then whether I watch the video or not, through the day, if I upload, his viewers are going to come over to my channel and they're going to call me on whatever he said. They're going to call me a liar. They're going to tell me to hurt myself. They're going to tell me to kill myself. They're going to pretend to care the entire time. And that it's taken over my life. I have nothing except this torture now. Because YouTube was what I had before. It was all I had. I could look forward to posting my Pokemon updates. I could look forward to fixing up my apartment and showing my supporters on here the growth that I had made. Showing that going out and feeding birds, going up into the mountains. I used to be able to do that stuff. Now, all I can focus on is the fact that 7,000 people are laughing at me, and my family is getting more and more courage to interact with me and fuck with me again, when I wanted nothing but to get away from them for so goddamn long. And y'all are asking me, so Sarah asked me what I thought life was supposed to be. It's not this. I mean, what I envisioned life as was just, I don't know. I thought as a kid one day I would get married and have kids and have my own little life. But then when I got married, he was abusive. And it was all a lie because of the trans lie that started the whole situation. And it didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to. And then I couldn't have kids, so it never turned out the way that it was supposed to. And that's how the other women in my family got by. You want to know how they survived? They got married and had kids, and men took care of them because they were able to have kids. Sarah's got 7, she said. Okay, but I can't have any kids, so no man is ever gonna want to take care of me. And I don't want to be with men. Not anymore. I don't want to be with anybody. When I was a kid, my dream in life, my goal, was just to survive my childhood. That's not an exaggeration. While other people were focusing on wanting to be doctors or lawyers or nurses, I was just trying to survive and hoping that I would live to see adulthood, because I thought my father was going to kill all of us. It ended with him killing himself, but any day it could have ended, because I believe that if he had accidentally murdered her, he would have killed the rest of us afterwards. And my family can laugh and deny that any of that ever happened all they want, but that kind of violence, your entire childhood, it infects you. And I was never able to fully pull away, because every time I got started a little bit in my life again, I would wind up in a violent situation. My husband was violent. My exes were violent. The murder situation was fucked up. And then I was homeless for 5 years. And I didn't even start seeking therapy for any of this until 3 years ago. I've only been on an antidepressant for a year. They've switched my bipolar medicine 3 times, and I'm not on bipolar medication. I'm only taking the antidepressant. And I very clearly need bipolar medication. But if I go on bipolar medication, I gotta go off of the antidepressant. And before, when I was just on the bipolar medication, I was too sad. I was crying every day. I couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't do anything. And y'all say that it's because I'm a drug addict. Like, as if having severe mental issues can't make you sometimes act like a drug addict. Like, I'm not saying that I don't get irrational. I'm not saying that I don't panic. I'm saying that it's not caused by drugs. It's caused by my mental state. It's caused by these things that ruminate and circulate, and I can't get them out of my head. And I'll sit here all day long hearing Royce and JJ laugh at me and reading comments of everybody, hundreds of people. And I understand it's only 3 people with bots, but in my mind, and to other people reading it, because it's different bots, there are hundreds of people every day now telling me to kill myself, calling me a murderer, calling me a liar, when I haven't lied. My life is real. And people don't want to believe that my life is real because they think that it can't be. Nobody can go through that much. How many more confirmations do y'all need that it is? My cousin confirmed the murder and the trans husband. Y'all aren't going to get anybody to confirm my father's abuse because they're keeping shut about it. But it was true, and it happened. Everything that's happened to me since I've become homeless is real. Kathy's on there saying that she hates my channel because everything on my channel is a lie. How? How did I lie about living in a truck playing Pokemon? How am I lying when I'm posting living in a tent on a sidewalk in Koreatown? How are those things lies? How am I lying about my medications? About my doctors? You don't even understand how difficult it is to be told that your entire life is a lie. And everybody who knew you is going to stand together and say that your entire life is a lie when you know that it's not. And you can't prove it because you're alone. It's destroying me that nobody believes me because I'm not lying. These things have been destroying me my entire life, and I've been fighting to get through them, and now, because my aunt wants everybody to believe my book is a lie, and she says it's a lie, everybody says, oh, well, it's all lies. And nobody's ever going to believe me. And they're going to keep pushing me to hurt myself and telling me that nothing's even wrong with me. I'm just a liar. And I understand that other people have been through things worse and gotten through them. They often had family and friends to help. Or time. I had a month and a half in my apartment before these people started attacking me. I wasn't even fully over the anxiety of being off of the street when Royce started this. When have I had a chance to fully heal and get better? And also, it's really hard to heal from a trauma that nobody else will admit to. As long as everybody else in my family is still saying that nothing happened and I'm just making it all up, it's going to make it harder for me to heal. A lot harder. And I don't expect any of you to believe me or understand that, because y'all are not therapists. Some of you are kids. You can't fathom what I've lived through because you're literally kids. Now, as for where my hopes and dreams lie now, if I survive this attack, I wanted to be a YouTuber. That's what I was trying to do. That's why I started playing games. That's what I was building towards. I was gonna get some stuff and I was going to tie-dye some clothes and send them out to people. I had stuff planned for the upcoming future with fixing up my apartment. I didn't have a chance to get into any of it before this attack started. And even after y'all started attacking me, I still tried with my weed life videos, trying to move on, with my Pokemon videos, trying desperately to move on. But all I could think about was these men laughing at me, and leading all of these people with their pitchforks to my comments, laughing at me, wanting to see me hurt, wanting to see me bleed, calling me a liar, and not knowing whether I was lying or not, but just wanting to believe that I'm lying. I'm just starting in life. I know I'm 36 years old, but I'm just starting in life. I've just got my own apartment. And I want to have the chance to build it into a home. I want to have the chance to make a friend that I can invite over for a meal. But currently, I'm not in that area because I'm scared of people. So I don't have friends. And the more people laugh at me online, the harder it's going to be for me to trust people in real life, because the people online could be anybody. Anybody at all. So I can't trust to have a friend, knowing that that friend could very well be an anonymous person on my comment section telling me to kill myself 2 hours after they leave my house. How am I ever supposed to trust human beings after this? Like, y'all, there were people in my comments when this began saying, Royce cares. He's really not heartless. But this just keeps escalating and it's not ever gonna stop. So I have no reason to believe the man has a heart. I'm just trying to survive. And it feels like that's all I'm ever going to get to do. Normal people, they're allowed to have hopes and dreams and aspire to things. All I aspire to do is die. And all I can fight to do is survive. And every time things start going a little bit well, and I start being able to focus on the good, something like this comes and drags me back down and reminds me that there can never be any good for me. I'm trying, you know. I don't understand what the appeal of those shows is. When they're hurting people, when they're laughing at hurting people. They're laughing at people's pain, they're laughing at people's tears, they're saying that my tears aren't real. My tears are very real. I've been crying my entire life because there's been so much pain that I cannot cope with. I know other people can. I can't. I've tried. I'm trying. And if I was allowed to go back to working on my life, playing Pokemon, working on my apartment, maybe things would get better. But that's never gonna happen. Because the stimulus is going to come in a few days, and Monday, Royce is going to have me on his show. I mean, literally, I'm going to video call if my stimulus comes in over the weekend. And I'm going to give him what he wants. Because I can't fight it anymore. And they're never going to stop.